But for me, I rather like watch Netflix or like watch a TV show than play like, I don't know, some other game, you know, other than League of Legends. So I don't know. It's interesting how my mind works.
And you still have fun playing League?
Yeah. Especially, actually, I feel like the fun is kind of brought back to me with this like meta change and everything.
Hey everyone, this is Pool Party Darius, and joined here by HeaQ after a win against H2k, which was really pressuring for you apparently, that game. Why?
I mean, nobody wants to lose against a 0-10 team or a team that doesn't even have a single win in general. So, I mean, in some sense, like 0-10, they would win a single game. Seems really easy, right? But it's just kind of like how it affects your mental when you play against a mini game. You kind of feel like, I don't know, this little pressure, like extra pressure. But yeah, I think we had a couple of moments of panic, but in general, we still remained pretty calm and played our game. And the game was, I would say, like fairly simple. And yeah, that's what we did.
So did you feel more pressured than, for example, again in the game against G2?
I mean, in some sense, yeah, but it's like a different pressure. Against G2, obviously they're like the higher standing team, so you kind of, I don't know, just feel the pressure like proving yourself. But with H2k, it's like the opposite, because everybody expects you to win, and then you feel like, I really can't lose this game. So it's just like different types of pressure. But yeah, I mean, I think maybe a little bit more pressure this game. But yeah.
I honestly expected you guys to lose simply based on the fact that, you know, you lose against the bad teams and win against the good ones kind of thing. And I was like, okay, well, this is going to be it. Tomorrow you're going to win again because you go 1-1 every week. Who do you play tomorrow again?
Vitality.
Right.
Yeah.
So maybe a first 2 a week for Rocket.
Yeah, we're really aiming for it. You never know. We're hoping to break the curse, you know, the 1-1 curse. But we'll see. Just tomorrow go home and just like fix like the little mistakes we did this game and to draft and prepare for tomorrow, and I think it should be fairly easy. I don't think Vitality is as strong at the moment. I don't know how they're going to play with Kikis. We will see, but I'm not really scared of Vitality. We usually have their number when we play against them, so I'm just expecting to win tomorrow.
Lots of curveballs being thrown your way, though, with you know, K-Drill getting subbed in, now Kickers getting subbed in. Your coach must be panicking a bit.
Actually, Freddy just like really doesn't care about this. Doesn't care about like them like having a different coaching stage or whatever. We just like, we knew that since they have like a new player in some sense in the team, we're not gonna really know how they draft. You know, we don't have any like statistics or anything. So we just made sure our draft is strong, and whatever they match up with, we are like kind of ready with our like priority picks. And I think the draft was like very simple actually. And yeah, that's what we did, and just closed it out clean, and yeah.
Fair. Now, in terms of overall strength, we touched on this before. So Memento, for example, gets really hyped as like the main playmaker, the main man behind Rocket and stuff. But to an extent, that seems kind of unfair to other players like you, or for example, Prophet. You know, who had an amazing game against G2. So is there anything you want to say about maybe the public image of Memento being a bit too hype or stuff like that?
I mean, I think the hype is deserved, but at the same time, I would like a little more like balance. You know, Memento is playing great, but also his teammates are playing pretty good. That's why we win. Just people need to realize it's really like a big team game, and we're just playing really well together with Memento, and Memento is using us really well. And Memento is like especially really good in early games. So if laners and Memento like play together, well, then the games, like those games, like Memento likes really good in, because we just have this like. We get a little bit of lead and we just like snowball like crazy, you know, and we just take everything. Then enemy jungle is starving, like etc. So I would say Memento is a big part of it, but it's still like in some sense it's like still a team effort, you know. We're just playing really well together with our jungle, and our jungle is playing really well together with laners. So I think I would say like 65-35, 65 to Memento, 35 to laners, I would say. But the Memento is playing really good, so yeah, it's definitely like deserved.
What do you make of the bot lane situation still?
I don't know, bot lane. I don't know, just at least I'm like kind of like striding back to the marksman. I still have some mages, and I think next patch 8.15 or 14 is also some marksman item changes. So maybe we'll see like marksman be stronger, but Bot lane in general, I don't know. It seems like, at least for me, I feel like my role isn't that important. In some sense, like support can like roam mid and like help the team, help like impact the map. But for me, it's just I'm just focusing like how do I push the lane, wave management, like when can I push, can I not push, etc. And when I have TP, I can look for like TP plays, or something. But in general, bot lane, I think it's just really team dependent. I just feel like every role is like so team dependent. You just I think almost like every lane can have the same percentage of impact on the game. But compared to before, bot lane was just like really OP, and you see Uzi and double lift and like 1v9ing on like every game. So in some sense, yeah, like the team game, I like team games. So for me, it's fine. Yeah.
Speaking of team games, are there any board games you like to play?
I can't remember the last time I played a board game. Must have been like 10 years ago. I mean, if we had any, I would probably play them with my teammates, but we don't really have any.
So what do you do instead? Play Warcraft, or World of Warcraft is now really popular again, apparently?
I actually don't play any other game other than League of Legends. I haven't played any other game than League of Legends for the past however time I've been playing League of Legends, basically. I mean, maybe occasionally, sometimes PUBG or something. People are like so overhyping it. But yeah, in general, I feel like if I don't play League, then I'm just wasting my time. I know I have this interesting thing with like video games. I used to like love playing all video games, but now it's just like League or nothing. I know but it doesn't make sense, because when I watch Netflix, it's like in some sense it's like waste of time. It's just entertainment. But for me, I rather like watch Netflix or like watch a TV show than play like some other game. Other than League of Legends. So I don't know. It's interesting how my mind works.
And you still have fun playing League?
Yeah. Especially actually, I feel like the fun is kind of brought back to me with this like meta change and everything. Sometimes still like some games I'm like kind of confused on what I should be doing, or I feel like I lose my identity in some games because the bot lane has been the same for like such a long time, and eventually I just like master it. But yeah, now it's still like some stuff I need to like figure out in my head, like some situations. But it's definitely more exciting. Like I actually feel kind of excited to play like solo queue, even though my solo queue climb has not been too great.
What rank?
I'd rather not say that. I feel really embarrassed. I'm master tier. Actually, when we came to the gaming house, I was like 708 LP, and then the bad shit, the mages, and I dropped like 400 LP in 2 days, and then 3 days was 500, and just kept going and going. I was the only challenger in our team, and then everybody else are like no challenger. I think me and Blank are only master. But yeah, I'm just trying to keep my mental strong and not lose confidence because of it. But yeah, for me, solo queue and scrims are the most important part. I guess that's where you get your confidence from, because you're actually playing against good players and good teams. So yeah, as long as I'm not playing terrible in scrims, I will always have confidence, and I know I will always perform as long as I keep it up in scrims.
A hashtag from you.
Hashtag make it the 2-time. But the opposite. Is that too long?
That's a bit too long.
Okay.
Hashtag not 2-time anymore.
Yeah, but in some sense, if I get to playoffs, then it's still a 2-time. I don't
Hashtag 2-time remix. The 2-time returns. The reverse 2-time. Hashtag
the reverse 2-time, right? Hashtag the reverse 2-time. Yeah.
Hashtag the reverse 2-time. Put that in the comments if you watch till the end. Anything you want to say to the Workout fans?
It's nice. I actually got at the fan meet, I got my first present ever as a pro player. So I just like illustrations, like pictures. It's really nice though, because it's feels special. I've never gotten this. So just looking back, my history. It just actually feels nice that people are actually saying oh, you're my favorite player. It feels really surreal in some sense. But yeah, I definitely appreciate the fan support, and you can expect good things from us this playoffs for sure.
So thank you very much for your time. This was HeaQ and Pool Party Darius from the Shotcaller. Hope you had a good day. See you then. Hey everyone, this is Darius from the Shotcaller, and I hope you just enjoyed that interview. This is a generic end card, so make sure to click here for another interview, or here for a different interview. And if you want to check out more content, specifically from the NALCS, make sure to visit theshotcaller.net for more interviews and other esports content. Have a good day.